This is just a filler video. I can make some of these too. This is an apology. Well, it isn't, for that stupid one earlier. My wife worked on it a whole bunch here trying to turn it. This phone didn't make the video proper. So these are a few old pictures I have in my, that I have. So these came, I got a whole box of them. They came from the Madill factory in Nanaimo, BC. They were all done by professional photographers. That's a Madill 171. They were done by professional photographers for use in brochures and sales literature. That's one of the first 071s ever built, because they were red soon after that. Tracked arches. Pretty sure Madill built those. That was the famous Madill logging truck, based somewhat on the Butler Brothers truck, or one after the other. That's a neat shot. That was a bunch of yarders going to Alaska. This was part of a Frankenstein, or the back half of a Frankenstein one. This had a loader boom on the front of it. It was super rare. So the yarding engineer would load and yard. This one's really cool. It's an old D8. This was the first makings of tracked 90-foot towers. Or 071 again. I think that's the same one, that yellow one. This was a rare bird, real heavy. They were known for breaking their tracks. The bottoms were too small on them. I think it was called an 085 or an 086. I think there's still a couple around. They ended up in Oregon or somewhere on the western states. That's an old log truck. Long before the word YouTube had ever been thought up. That was in 1992. That was up in the Silver Skagit, up where Jamie Davis is, on the same road, just not a house or two, a few, like right there. There was a place, a wrecking yard, and that truck was in there. So I asked if I could take a picture of it almost 28 years ago. Glad I did. It's long gone. But I was chasing this stuff decades ago. There's a picture of one of the first 075 Madill log loaders. That was my dad and I's truck. I used to drive that one. That would have been in 1997. Anyone around here would know where that is. Some 009 Madills at the Nanaimo plant, all finished and ready to go on rail cars. That's my dad. So that's what we used to do up till 2005 or 6 or 05. So I love you Americans. Your logging is really cool, but I tell you, until you put a load on your trucks, that's just a day. That's just a 5-axle. That's just a normal day around here. And now we got 7 and 8 axles and all kinds of configurations. Like, I don't know. I am proud of that. We do put the wood on the road up here in BC. There's a Madill 046. You can tell an 046 from an 09 because this section in here has this section in here has 3 drums instead of the 2. That was the first grapple yarder that Madill made. That was the 044, called a grapple crane. The first ones were yellow. That photo was actually used for their sales brochures. This was a little yarder they made that went to South America. They would have a bunch of guys just by hand would run the, no haulback. They would just run the rigging out. I had a set of old finning prints. I wish I hadn't wrecked them all, but that was from the 30s, that picture. Caterpillar history. And I collect all the weirdest stuff here. There's a picture of me falling a big tree. That was a machine I spent many years on. It was a Barco 450 heel welded to a grapple I got. And that's part of my wall in one of my areas. So one day I might show you guys more. There's like, I could film for, oh, I could do dozens of these here, but I'll keep it low key. So.